It was raining the night Oliver found the letter. Birmingham city lights blurred against the wet window of his small flat. The clock showed 11:47 p.m. He had just returned from another long shift at the hospital. Being a nurse wasn't easy, but lately it wasn't just work that made him tired. It was the silence. 3 years ago, Oliver had left his hometown of York after a bitter argument with his mother. He wanted to move to the city, build his own life. She had wanted him to stay, help run their small family bakery. "You're running away," she had said. "No, Mum, I'm growing up," he replied. Neither apologized, and so he left. That night in Birmingham, Oliver opened an old storage box while searching for winter clothes. Inside were childhood photos, school certificates, and an unopened envelope. It had his name written in his mother's handwriting. The postmark said York, 2 years ago. His heart skipped. Why hadn't he seen it before? He sat down slowly and opened it. "Dear Ollie, I know you're angry. Maybe I am too. But the bakery isn't the same without you. Not because of the work, but because of the laughter. If you ever feel ready, just come home. I'll be here. Love, Mum." Oliver stared at the words for a long time. 2 years. Had she waited all this time? The next morning, without overthinking, he booked a train ticket to York. The train journey north felt longer than usual. The countryside rolled past, green fields, small villages, gray skies. Familiar but distant. He remembered early mornings in the bakery, the smell of fresh bread, flour on his hands, his mother humming softly while kneading dough. Back then, life had felt simple. By the time the train reached York Station, the rain had stopped. The streets looked smaller than he remembered. The bakery was still there. Harper's Bakery, the same wooden sign, slightly faded now. Oliver stood outside for a moment, nerves tightening in his chest. What if she didn't want to see him anymore? He pushed the door open. The small bell above the door rang. His mother stood behind the counter, arranging pastries. Her hair had more gray in it now. Her hands looked tired. She looked up. For a second, she didn't move. "Ollie?" He swallowed. "Hi, Mom." Silence filled the shop. Then she walked around the counter slowly. "You look thinner," she said quietly. "You look..." "The same," he replied, trying to smile. Her eyes softened. "That's a lie." They both laughed, softly, awkwardly. "I found your letter," Oliver said. "I'm sorry I never replied." She nodded. "I thought maybe you didn't want to." "I was stubborn." "So was I." There it was. 3 years of distance, reduced to 2 simple sentences. Oliver looked around the bakery. It felt smaller, quieter. "Are you managing alone?" he asked. She hesitated. "I'm trying." He noticed the empty chair near the window where he used to sit after school. Something inside him shifted. "I can't move back permanently," he said gently. "But I can visit, help out."
Sometimes. And maybe we can expand online deliveries. Social media. I could set it up. His mother looked confused for a moment. Social media? He smiled. "Trust me, it works." For the first time in years, hope flickered in her eyes. The afternoon they baked together. Flour covered the counter. Laughter returned, hesitant at first, then natural. Customers noticed. "Your son's back?" Mrs. Jenkins asked from the door. "Just visiting," his mother replied, but Oliver saw the pride in her voice. Over the next few weeks, Oliver traveled to York every weekend. He created an online page for the bakery, posted photos, shared small videos of his mum baking traditional Yorkshire bread. Slowly, orders increased. Locals returned. New customers arrived. The bakery felt alive again. One evening, as they closed the shop, his mother handed him a small envelope. "What's this?" he asked. "Open it on the train." On the journey back to Birmingham, Oliver opened it. Inside was a small note. "I was never angry that you left. I was afraid you wouldn't come back. Thank you for proving me wrong. Love, Mum." Oliver looked out at the dark countryside rushing past. Sometimes growing up doesn't mean leaving home. Sometimes it means learning how to return differently. And somewhere between Birmingham and York, Oliver realized something important. You don't have to choose between your dreams and your family. Sometimes, with a little courage, you can build a bridge between